So, I was cleaning up my hard drives over the weekend and found a video I recorded of attacks from a mixed scrim we had like 9 months ago. Figured some of you guys want to see them again for nostalgia purposes and whatnot. It included members from um RazeInfinity, Apex Predators, and Demigods. Let's get into the first attack, which is Olav versus Rice Patty. Coming in with a split hero, Laloon. Classic attack by Olav. Loved the Laloon back in the day. So he decided to Zapquake the Inferno Tower, which is a pretty interesting choice. There's a Lava Hound and Loon in the CC. So Wall Breaker's in, sending in the Barb King for 1 AD, Queen for the other AD, and then he's going to Loon clockwise, I believe. Yeah. Alright, so Wizards for funneling. No poison, which is always, gosh, it's freaky. Especially nowadays with the new Hound and Loon levels, damage is just, the tankiness and damage combo is huge, so a little risky, but Queen handles it really, really nicely. His Bride King's already muscling through, pops the ability. It's going to send the Loons shortly from the northwest. Or actually like 9 o'clock start. Key thing, well, I don't know if it would have been, like if it saved the raid, but basically the Queen ends up taking out that sweeper, which really cleans up, which really makes the pathing from the AD to the IT much faster, because he only has a freeze and haste, which he's holding for as late as possible, just to make sure that the Loons take care of that sweeper, or they can handle it. So you see, drops the freeze, really nice, taking out the AD and IT for a bit, and then the path straight from 180 to the Inferno Tower is just awesome, and the Queen's still doing work. So this base is destroyed. GG Olav. And I fast forward X4 and on to the next attack, which was, I think, I don't know. Aw, frick. It's me getting I get crushed by GCH with a wicked solid Stone Goho. I knew, like, this was an old base from, like, even by 9 months ago. This base was old, but I just used it for mixed scrims because, it's kind of solid, which is the biggest problem with the base, is that it's solid. So he deploys nice wide funnel, test wall breaker to lure out the potential troll Tesla. I think this was a cleanup, but it doesn't really matter. So he lures out the test troll, the Tesla, which was used just to, hopefully gobble up some wall breakers if someone's not, prepared for it. And he holds on to the jump for a bit, but, because my CC is horrible, the late Barb King and Wizard Tower is pretty clutch, because he knows that he's coming in really deep into like my base, and if things flank out, might not get get my AQ for like the longest time. But that Wizard Tower, so the Barb King goes up, gets distracted, but the Wizard Tower is actually what takes out my Queen, which is pretty huge. Although, really, this is such a strong push that even if that Wizard Tower wasn't there to take out my Queen, I think he would have been totally fine, because it's just wrecking the base. Surgically deploys the hogs around the outside. This is also like kind of, going towards his kill squad, which is going to be tanking for the hogs as well, which is huge. There's really only one giant bomb left in the base that he has to worry about. He's going to drop the heal right now, and he has a swag heal, which he does not use. Spoiler alert. Drops the Wizard Tower for cleanup, And I mean, this base just destroyed. I think after this attack, I was like, delete. This base is done. Yeah, but I used this base for a long time. It was pretty. I liked it, or at least variations of it. It's like classic during that meta. But then it just became too predictable. Next attack is Mike on Mrs. Duke with another stone to go ho, but this time for Quake. So he's just this might have been cleanup. I'm not too sure, but he's just quaking into the DGB compartments and then pushing through the AQ compartment, and then hogging the rest. I mean, it's such a strong attack. I'm a big stone fan. Wide funnel. Wall breakers. My biggest concern when watching attacks like this is when the queen is autoing your golems, how many attacks does the queen get off? I mean, the bigger the queen, the bigger the damage by a lot. Like, I think I did a at FC yesterday, and I looked at my queen, which is only like level 21 or something, and she's doing like 250 DPS, which is just crazy. Anyway, no poison, but there's tons of wizards there to deal with the CC, so that's not too big of an issue, and the queen comes in, of course, to help. First DGB pops, and he starts the hog deployment. And the first heal is kind of funny, because, he drops the heal to heal the golems, which are tanking for the Tesla farm, which is kind of fun. And what ends up happening is that the golem ends up circling around south, and it continues tanking for the hogs, the whole attack, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Drops, and he still has 2 more heals. I mean, so many heals. Uses one of them, and no, he only had. Well, I don't know. And yeah, like as I said, the golem's tanking for the Expo and AT, and the queen's cleaning up the 9 o'clock position. So it's like, GG, good job, Mike. Especially with these baby 14-15 heroes. Congratulations on the 30 AQ, and I don't remember what your Barb King is. Probably pretty close. The reason why this recap got deleted, the reason why I didn't upload this recap in the first place, these attacks, is because the YouTuber for Raze was doing a really good job and stuff, but then he ended up, I don't know, drama occurred. He deleted all the recaps, or he took them down or whatever, and as a result, they just vanished. So anyway, so here I am getting my revenge on the stomping that GCH did on my base with a Queen Walk Go Drag attack. And I spent, I mean, this is the exact opposite of my base, in that, GCH designed this base, I think, like, just for the scrim. So it was super fresh, but the consequence is like, hey, there was no FCing back then. And I knew that GCH was doing he liked doing tricky designs. So I just tried to do, like, the opposite of what I thought he would want me to do, Especially since, Tesla farms and all that kind of stuff could be really annoying. And this was a fresh hit, so I just do, really solid attack. And, I mean, a really safe plan. That's the way I viewed it, especially with the extra 30 seconds. I mean, the minions that I drop at 3 o'clock come in really huge, because not only are they, funneling and stuff and clearing trash, but they take out the cannon and assist me and assist the queen in taking out the minions from the popping hound. So I dropped the golem, and I remember he didn't exactly path the way I wanted, but it was okay because the wall breakers still worked. Dropped some wizards for funneling, but then I dropped the Barb King, and he's like, hey, I don't even want to hit that gold sword, I'll just go straight for the skellies, which I thought was funny. Yeah. So the worst thing about this plan is the timing. My rage was a little bit earlier than I would have liked, and a little bit shallower, I should say. But it's okay, The wizards are still funneling for the dragons, because, as I said, I wanted to do the opposite of what I thought GCH would want me to do. So it looked, with all the storages and stuff up there, he probably figured everyone would be attacking from that direction. So instead of attacking from that direction, I'd attack from the bottom, you know, which is why I deploy my dragons down here behind all my troops, just to avoid all the storage stuff. I did probably the biggest mistake of this attack was the one loon I used in this I deployed it from, like, you know, right there. I should have deployed it before deploying the dragons from the south, so that the loon could potentially soak up a seeking air mine. But I was thinking, I don't know, I was thinking too, like, fancy with it. You know, I wanted to do some kind of flanking loon thing, but then not even knowing where the Teslas were, that was a total dud. The loon did soak up one red mine, but when drag attacks, that's whatever. So anyway, this base is over, cooked. I don't know if he still used this base afterwards. He might have. I think he retired. All right. So next attack is from two apex predators, I believe. Shocks defending versus die in a hole with a. Oh yeah. This is a stoned goho versus a centralized queen, which is like really vulnerable, because all you gotta do is just, you don't even, okay, what ends up happening is he doesn't even need the like a double jump like GCH did versus my base. He just uses one jump, access to queen, DGBs, both DGBs, I think, because they're between the Expo and AD and the Wizard Tower and AD, and just huge value without too much, huge return without too much of a cost. So yeah, that's why you gotta have centralized queen is. I don't know too much. I don't know if it's okay in, you know, today's meta, since I moved up to Town Hall 10, but I really like that at 6 o'clock he dropped a couple hogs to kill, just to pop the DGB in case the queen didn't in time or at all. But as you see, the queen ends up taking out the wizard tower, so it's like, you know, it's okay. And because you don't have to double jump, he has all those heals for his hogs that he's just, it's really powerful. Anyway, so yeah, wizard at 12 o'clock, wizard at 6 o'clock, and no defenses up. GG. From GG, die in a hole from Apex Predators. I don't even know if he's still playing the game. I don't even know if he's still in that clan, which is kind of weird. All right, so I think I go from here on to. Oh yeah. The best. My favorite attack from this war, without a doubt, is Mrs. Duke versus Mike. The revenge attack on Mike's Stone Goho. So he drops. This is a cleanup. Drops a dragon rage, dragon loon's rage. The loons soak up a seeking air mine, which is massive. And because these are, you know, two low hero attacks, you only need one drag, and you're fine. And the rest of this attack is just loons and hounds. It's crazy. So the rage there is not the most efficient, but it's all right because he has so many of them available, and he just wanted to circle around with a speed boost. Drops more loons. Now one of the craziest parts of this attack is not only, okay, the dragon's still up cleaning, but the one loon ends up going Rambo on that Tesla farm under rage, while at the same time he drops a heal to heal the hounds. So they're tanking for the loon, and the loon's taking out the Teslas, and the loon survives. It's freaking one loon under rage just takes out, you know, it's just so clutch. And then the base is wrecked. You know, two hounds I don't think I've popped yet, and there's so many pops everywhere. It's like, and the dragon's still up. I mean, that's just crazy. Dragon's still up, queen's still up, and there's like a million pups around. So, good job, Mrs. Duke. on just an awesome attack. Just awesome. Yeah, it's funny. Mike heals his golems in his attack on Mrs. Duke, and Mrs. Duke heals the hounds on her attack on Mike. So yeah, there's one more attack here, but I ended up stopping halfway through because I was like, after Mrs. Duke's attack, and then you see like a four quake stoned goho, or I don't even know, but stoned four quake stoned vag goho. Oh frick, I don't even know. Anyway, so I stop. I don't even finish this attack. It gets crushed. Just I'm pretty sure. And just want to say congrats to the Swarm and RazeInfinity on the merger. She's gonna be like awesome wars, awesome war. I can't wait to like witness all the awesome attacks and stuff like that in wars you guys, you know, participate in and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be cool. All right, and yeah, so congrats to, okay, I don't remember who won. I think Demi Raze won also. So there you go. On the, you know, 9 o'clock. Oh, sorry, frick, 9 month wait on the recap, but better late than never, as they say. All right. Yeah, so you can see just stopped deploying the hogs, and it's over. GG.